Hey guys, it's the Whale coming at you with my ninja combo tutorial profile, I guess. This is the first time I ever do this, so please be a little gentle. But let me know in the comments what you think I could do differently. A subscriber actually asked me to see if I can make a combo tutorial on ninjas. So I want to say a few things first before I get into the actual combo videos. There are a ton of these on YouTube. I recommend checking out a couple of them. They are really good, probably a lot more in depth than mine, but I'm going to go over through my own personal line of play and my own personal line of thought when I do these combos. Ninja, second thing I want to state is that Ninjas is, again, one of those decks that you are probably not going to get the hang of really quickly. It's really, really important to know exactly how your deck works and the key parts that you can interrupt, as well as you kind of have to have some knowledge on your opponent's deck and how your opponent's deck work to really utilize their choke points. So please keep that in mind. Don't be disheartened if you pick up the deck and you're like, wow, this deck kind of sucks. The deck's really good. It's just, it takes a little bit of practice to get to it. So let's just get into the combos. Your very first combo, it's going to be with just a Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo. This card is your main starter, and I guess it's your one card combo. Sorry about the glare, by the way, guys. I'm going to try my best to do this as well as possible. So, Ninja Hanzo. On normal summon, he gets you a ninja monster. I'm sorry, on normal summon, he gets you a ninjutsu spell trap from your deck to your hand. And on special or flip summon, he gets you a ninja monster from your deck to your hand. So, let's just assume you have Hanzo in hand, and you got 4 others. You're going first, right? Cool. You are going to normal summon Hanzo, activate Hanzo effect. Assuming that your opponent is going to let it go off, you are going to search your duplication. Okay, this card is the card that you want to search out the most. Again, going back to it and my profile, I did say it in my profile, but you only want to run 1 duplication because you're only ever going to resolve 1 in a duel, especially with the number of ninja ratios that I'm running. I'm going to be talking about that later, a little bit later on in the combo tutorial. But okay, you're going to add this to your hand. Cool. You set it. Okay, you pass turn over to your opponent. During your opponent's standby phase, draw phase, doesn't matter. I usually like to do it during the standby phase, just in case if I have to, I guess, do something, I can do it during my opponent's standby phase and not play into talents. So, opponent's standby phase, I activate Ninjutsu Art of Duplication, tributing Hanzo as cost because it does tribute. My opponent agrees to let it go through. Now, duplication lets me special summon out ninja monsters from my deck in face up or face down defense position. Face up attack position or face down defense position, equal to or less than the level that I tributed. So I tributed a level 4. That means that I can special summon up to level 4. So I like to always special summon out a Tobari. I like to special summon out a green ninja, and I like to special summon out another Tobari. Right? That equals 4. So this in defense and one of the Tobaris in defense, just to kind of save you some life points, right? Also keep in mind, Ninjutsu Art of Duplication is one of those old school cards that if this card gets destroyed, it destroys the monster special summoned by it, but Tobari's effect states that it cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effect the turn that it is special summoned. So Tobari actually lives. Keep that in mind. So my opponent, let's just say he's playing Kashtir, right? And he goes Fenrir, hypothetical scenario. Okay, cool. So he special summons out Fenrir. I can use Tobari's quick effect because Tobari's effect only activates during the opponent's main phase or battle phase. Keep that in mind. So during the main phase, my opponent goes Kashtira. I fuse using monsters from the field or the hand, right? So I fusion Green Ninja with Tobari to special summon out a so this is where the deck can get a little bit, it has a lot of play points. So you can go into either a Yagaramaru to banish a card on the field, or you can go into a Maizen, whichever one. Assuming you go into a Maizen, right, you can you can activate Green Ninja's effect, which states that if he gets sent from the hand or the field by a card effect, okay, he can Book a Moon a monster on the field. You're going to target your opponent's monster, Book a Moon it. There you go. He has 1 Book of Moon, and you either have a Maizen to go into a Geo if my opponent, let's just say, activates under the card effect, or you already went into the Yaguramaru, being like, let's just say they had a Fenrir and a Unicorn, hypothetically, or a Rise Heart. You can go Chainlink 1 Green Ninja, Chainlink 2 Yaguramaru, banish the Tobari or the Green Ninja in the graveyard. I'm sorry, the Tobari in the graveyard. Okay, and then banish their Cashier monster, and then with the other one, Book of Moon, their other monster. So there you go. That's basically two interruptions in the form of Green Ninja and Yaguramaru. If you go for the Maizen, you only have technically one interruption with the Green Ninja, but the moment that your opponent activates a card effect, you can activate Maizen to special summon out Geo from the deck, being able to Book a Moon another monster. As soon as I get to Geo, you can special summon out Geo. Geo's effect activates to target two monsters on the field and Book a Moon them. If you targeted your opponent's monster and they go face down, they cannot change your battle position. But you don't forget that you can also, on special summon of Geo, you can target Geo itself and another monster your opponent controls. So in the scenario that I put, if they have a Rise Heart, I'm sorry, a Fenrir and a Unicorn, you Book a Moon their Unicorn, and then you special summon out Geo, because let's just say they use Unicorn's effect to banish something from your extra deck. You can target their Unicorn and target my Geo, put it face down, Book a Moon their monster. More than likely that'll pass turn to them. They do get to rip a card from the extra deck, but that doesn't matter because you have two face down cards. Again, this is just assuming that you go into Maizen. Remember, you technically do have more interruption if you go into the Yaguramaru, but in this hypothetical scenario, I'm showing you what you guys can possibly do. All that with one Hanzo. Okay, so let's go on to the second combo. It's nothing, too extreme, but I did want to show this. These are the combos that I utilize the most in the deck, and I feel like you need them to play ninjas. So this is one of the reasons why, if you watch my deck profile, I kind of really want to fit in a second Green Ninja. But you might be asking, Puzzled Whale, why? Well, Green Ninja is actually an interruption even in the hand. So let's just get straight to it, and this is what I mean by it. It's an additional interruption. We're going to start off the same exact way. Oops, I apologize, guys. So we're going to start off the same exact way. By normal summoning Hanzo, and Hanzo effect is going to go search out our Ninjutsu Art of Duplication. Now, you guys are probably asking, I see myself searching this card a lot. Are you sure you shouldn't run more than two? I mean, more than one? Honestly, for my playstyle, yes. If I see it, cool. If not, I'm probably going to control the board either way. And you're always going to get Hanzo one way or another. So I'm always going to see it, and I can always set it through my Notebook of Mystery. Keep that in mind. That's why I don't see multiples. And duplication only lets you special summon out from the deck. Meaning, after the one, most of my little level ones, level twos, level threes are going to be out of the deck. So I don't really care too much to run multiples. Let's get to it. So you normal summon a Hanzo, you search out duplication, right? Okay, so you guys are probably going to be thinking, okay, that's pretty much it. You're going to set duplication, right? In this scenario, we have a Green Ninja in hand as well. So you started off with these two cards. I feel like I should have stated that, right? You started off with Green Ninja in hand. In most cases, people are going to be like, damn, that sucks, man. Green Ninja is kind of the whole point of the interruption, or it's one of the interruptions. This is why Green Ninja at 2 is also really good. Not only because you have one in deck to go into your combo, your standard first combo that I showed, but this is something else, and it leads to an additional interruption. So again, Hanzo, you set duplication, you have Green Ninja in hand. Awesome. Okay, so during my opponent's turn, whatever they utilize, they say a normal summon a monster. Okay, you're gonna flip duplication, tributing off Hanzo. Okay, now you're gonna special summon up to level level 4. Here, like I said, I usually like to do it during standby phase. Okay, so I always go for the Tobari. That's 1. The Tobari, that's 2. You got 2 level 2s, and for this one, instead of the Green Ninja, we're actually going to special summon out the Mitsu. Okay, that's 2. So we have a total of level 4. The total level is 4 on the field right now for ninjas. Okay, why do I go this? Number 1, Mitsu is a monster negate. Okay, if my opponent activates any type of monster, they utilize a Kashtira, I don't know, a Salamangreat card off the top of my head, or whatever the case may be. Well, you can activate Mitsu. Let's just say they, I don't know, branded or something. Yeah, they normal summon, hypothetically, I don't know, a Jester to get branded fusion, right? It's hypothetical. You can chain Mitsu. you can flip this card face up, then flip Mitsu face down, okay, to negate that effect. Okay, I know that branded is probably a bad example, but you guys get what I mean. So there you go, you have your monster negate. Now, let's just say my opponent commits another card on the board. Whatever the case may be, he doesn't need to commit another card. You can do it right now. You can activate Tobari's effect to quick effect during your opponent's main phase, fuse. And remember, Tobari is either on the field or from the hand. So you technically already had one interruption in the form of Mitsu, right? So I will fuse the Tobari on the field and the green ninja that I have in hand. I always like to use the one that's in attack position. That way it saves me the life points, by the way. So I fuse these two, and I can go either for a Yagaramaru, okay, Chainlink 1 Yagaramaru, Chainlink 2 Green Ninja. Okay, so Green Ninja can book a Moon monster, Yagaramaru can banish a targeted card on the field, or I can go for a Maizen and then just use Green Ninja's effect to book a Moon monster, and I have Maizen, Tobari that can't be triggered by battle or by card effect, any face down defense position Mitsu. So something like that, that's also an action. It's essentially the same combo as combo number one, except with an added interruption. So we have the Mitsu's interruption, we have the Green Ninja's interruption, that's 2, and we have the Yagaramaru interruption, which is 3, or the Maizen, and then you can chain Maizen to special summon out the Geo, and then Geo effect, Book of Moon, etc., etc. So all this from Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo and a Green Ninja in hand. That's one of my reasonings as to why I kind of want to try my best to bump Green Ninja up to 2. I just think it's really, really good. And the fact that you can utilize Green Ninja from the hand is also really, really crazy. So there you go. You have essentially, those interruptions in play. The third combo I want to show you is actually kind of a simplistic combo again. All those combos that I utilized all utilized Hanzos, but by all means, you do not need Hanzo. Something as simple as opening these 2 cards right here is already kind of combo. Meaning, okay, so what I usually like to do if I open up a Mitsu and a Tobari, which is fairly often because you do run these at 3, is I usually like to set a Tobari, okay, and then special summon out a Mitsu because I control a face down monster. My opponent's turn goes, they activate a monster effect. I can use Mitsu effect to negate and turn Mitsu to defense position, okay, because the card that I turned face up was a ninja monster. Tobari's effect, I can fusion, and I can go either here in this case I mostly always go into a Maizen, okay, because it gives me the most follow-up and the most interruption. But by all means, again, you can go into a Yagaramaru. All depends on your position. Ninjas are one of those decks that are very, very versatile, guys, so you really need to determine, well, you really need to know the ins and out of your deck, but this is where the ins and out of your opponent's deck also, like, knowledge of your opponent's deck, it also goes a long way. Because if you go into a Yagaramaru and you banish a card, cool, you technically had 2 interruptions with Mitsu and Yagaramaru, but after the Yagaramaru, I find myself stopping a lot and being like, oh damn, my opponent can keep playing. That's kind of sucky because you just have a Yagaramaru on the board. But with Maizen, again, you can kind of keep going and go for the Geo. And if, like, let's just say your opponent kind of doesn't have anything anymore, you can always go for I really like to go for the Kagero, because if you special summon a Kagero effect, it's non-targeting. You can special summon a ninja monster from your graveyard or from your hand in defense position, and I usually like to do this for follow-up, so I can special summon out a Tobari in defense or a Mitsu from the graveyard or something from hand that's dead, and that way I have my Kagero already in the graveyard for next turn. I can either link it or fuse it, and it's in the graveyard to protect the rest of my ninja monsters. So it's honestly all up to you, and like I told you guys, the deck is very versatile, but you do need to have some type of knowledge of not only your deck but your opponent's deck. See where it's like, okay, I know that they played branded fusion, but they can probably still pop off, so I'm going to save my Mitsu negate, or I'm going to save my Yagaramaru. Keep in mind, all of this has been with 1 Hanzo, and then 1 Hanzo plus a Green Ninja, so either 1 card or 2 cards. That's it. So you technically still have more cards in your hand to play around with. So that was with Green Ninja. You've seen the combo with Hanzo, which is the basic combo. You've seen the basic combo with Green Ninja. Let's start getting a little bit more complex to really see the gas that this deck has. Let's go with Hanzo and Tobari. Okay, so Tobari, everybody forgets that it has an effect that you can pitch it to the graveyard to special summon out a ninja monster from your hand. So in this scenario, you have Hanzo and Tobari. So let's get to it. So you're going to pitch the Tobari. You're going to special summon out the Hanzo in defense. Hanzo's effect is going to activate. When he is special summoned, he lets you get a ninja from your deck to the hand. I always like to search out in this aspect Kagero. You can search out the Baku to get it out of your deck if you want, and then Baku is going to add it back to Tobari. But honestly, I'd rather have Kagero in the graveyard in this regard because it's just better in my opinion for your ninjas. So you have Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo, that's awesome. You're going to normal summon the Kagero. Kagero effect is going to activate to special summon out a ninja from your hand of the graveyard. In this scenario, we're going to special summon out the Tobari in the graveyard in face down defense position. And I usually recommend, I apologize, I should have stated this. I usually recommend here in the link zones, I always recommend to put them like right here because we're going to go into a link for Saizo. So you don't want Saizo to get targeted by Imperm or by Effect Veiler. So try to keep it in the Imperm zone, and then your face downs, you always want to keep them in like the middle column, the far right, and the far left. Okay, so when again here, you are going to link the Hanzo and the Kagero to the graveyard to special summon out a Ninja Grandmaster Saizo. Okay, sorry if the camera can see it. So Ninja Grandmaster Saizo, if he points to a monster, he cannot be targeted by card effects again. So he's immune from Imperm and Veiler. Not only that, you already have your Kagero in the graveyard, so you can resolve most of your ninja effects. You're gonna activate Saizo, cannot be ashed by the way, because he sets from the deck. So it's almost like a Theresia effect. Saizo is going to activate to set a ninjutsu card. So in this one, you can set any ninjutsu card that you need. You can set a Dancing Leaves. You can set Duplication. You can set Iron Digger. You can set Notebook of Mystery. You can set any ninja card that you need in regards to whatever you're trying to do. Right? So Ninja Arts of Mystery is already live because you have ninjas in the graveyard, but you need a ninjutsu. So here, the best play that I like to do, I like to play it safe. I always personally like to go for the Duplication if I don't already have it in hand, just because I can set it and just activate it next turn. So in this scenario, again, I'm just showing you guys like the different ideas you guys should be having while playing the deck, right? You can search anything. If you're running the field spell like Tenchi Kaime or the Ninja Village, you can activate it, and it's actually even better if you activate Ninja Village in this scenario because you get to add an additional card back. In my build, I'm not running it, but for this combo, Ninja Village will be the best one. So we're going to set Duplication off of Saizo, and then remember, Saizo is a ninja. Therefore, he is a warrior, and we have the Tobari face down that is a wing beast. So we are going to fusion summon these two to go into a Maizen. Remember, you're going to want to try to kind of put your ninjas, just in case for if you ever go into a Saizo, far left, middle column, far right. Okay, so we're going to go into a Maizen. Again, we just use 2 cards, but we netted a lot of advantage. Our Kagero's in the graveyard, which is what we want, and as well as we can disrupt a lot, right? My opponent goes, he activates a card effect, I can activate Maizen. Maizen effect, I can special summon out Geo. Geo effect, I can book a moon 2 monsters, or I can book a moon 1 monster in itself. Set it. If my opponent decides to do some shady things like Ash Maizen, I have the Kagero in the graveyard or whatever, but you have Geo. And then my opponent decides to do anything else, you can activate Duplication, either tributing off the Maizen or the Geo. I always like to tribute off the Geo because in the graveyard he's recurable through Kagero, through Ninjutsu, Notebook of Mystery, etc., etc. But Maizen is also recurable, but I just like to have Maizen on the field because it makes all my ninjas being able to passively attack directly. So I tribute the Geo. Geo is level 8, so then that means I can take up to my deck up till level 8. So what I like to do here is, again, I'll probably special summon out a Tobari, maybe a Green Ninja, that's 3, that's 5, and then I can do a any other ninja that you want, honestly, but I like to get rid of the Baku. Okay, obviously, not all these are going to be in attack position, so I'm going to probably put Green Ninja in defense, Tobari in defense, and Baku, I'm going to special summon it. Baku effect activates to search something else out in my graveyard. Let's search out the Hanzo for follow-up next turn. That's going to go into the hand. And then here I have Mitsu negate. So if my opponent, so I already used Maizen to get Geo. Cool, my opponent still has something else. I can activate Mitsu. Mitsu effect, I can flip summon the Tobari, flip down the Mitsu, okay? And then Tobari effect, I can fuse into a with the Green Ninja to special summon out my Yagaramaru. Chainlink 1 Yagaramaru, Chainlink 2 Green Ninja. I can book a moon, a monster on the field, which can also be your monster, by the way, or and then target banish a monster on the field. All of that with only 2 cards: Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo and Tobari. So that's a pretty good combo to kind of pop off. And again, all of this off of 2 cards. The deck itself does not play itself. You do have to be rather, like I said, this is where being a little smart with your deck and really knowing how far your deck can go, and your opponent's deck is long, because you're not gonna bust your load, and your opponent still have gas. Obviously, when you pick up the deck, excuse me guys, when you pick up the deck, it's very normal and very common, because it's like you think, okay, I've done so much, but your opponent still seems to keep pushing through. That actually just states that you don't really know the matchup too well, and it's okay, you're gonna lose, but man, those victories are gonna feel so nice. So again, I'm just showing the basic combos that I myself use the most when I play this deck. So we already went through just the Ninja Hanzo combo play, which is combo number 1, the Ninja Hanzo play with a Green Ninja in hand, which is technically 3 interruptions, I believe, with Green Ninja, Mitsu, and the Yagaramaru. And I went over the third play, which is Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo and a Tobari, which that play actually comes up quite a bit. And I always try to go for it because it's the one that nets you the most advantage, and it gets Kagero in the grave, which is what I really want. So those are pretty good. Now for the last combo, again, the deck is not autopilot, so every duel is going to be different. But for the last combo, it's actually going to be the OTK. Whoop-de-doo! The OTK is actually very important to the ninja strategy, meaning usually you're going to be able to attack once with Maizen directly, because you're gonna have your opponent's monsters book a moon, and with Maizen's ability, your ninja monsters are able to attack directly, including himself. So you're probably gonna attack for 25. But assuming that this is a healthy AK opponent and your opponent just passed over to you, I am going to show you guys why we run Cross Sheep and Boro Sword. So this is an OTK that a lot of people know, but still they don't understand it. So I do want to go over that. So the only cards you're going to need for the OTK, nothing difficult, is these 2 cards: Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo and Mitsu the Insect Ninja. With these, you basically have the OTK. So this is assuming your opponent has a clear board and no interruptions. Okay. Also, this is why I like to have Instant Fusion in my hand, because Instant Fusion, it lets you skip a step, but it's not needed for the combo. Just Mitsu and Hanzo. So let's just get straight into it. So we're going to normal summon Hanzo, as we usually do. Hanzo effect is going to search us out Ninjutsu Art Notebook of Mystery. Okay, so keep that in mind. We have that. Okay, so this is in our hand. We're going to special summon out the Mitsu. Here, let me show my hand. That's right there. That's our hand. Okay, we're going to special summon out the Mitsu. Okay, we are going to link these 2 off into a Cross Sheep. Okay, awesome. Which at this point we are going to activate Notebook of Mystery. Okay, targeting just special summoning out from the graveyard the Mitsu. By the way, not these cards. These cards were not in the graveyard. We only have these 2 cards in the graveyard. We have to special summon out the Mitsu. So don't special summon out the Hanzo, special summon out the Mitsu. We set the Mitsu because they special summon out in face down. And from our deck, we are going to set a Ninjutsu, a Spider Trap. We are going to set Iron Digger. Okay? That's great. Cool. So this is our graveyard as of right now. we have Hanzo and a Notebook of Mystery. I'm sorry, I wish I can show it. I'll just put it right here for our grave. I apologize, guys. Not big enough. So, cool. So, with the set Iron Digger, we can activate it that turn and equip it to Cross Sheep. We're going to use Iron Digger's effect, and we're going to banish the Hanzo from the graveyard, banish it, to target Iron Digger itself, and pop it. Okay, remember that Iron Digger makes the monster equipped a ninja, but in this scenario, it's going to be equipped to Cross Sheep. That's not going to matter. So use Iron Digger's effect, banish Hanzo in the graveyard, target Iron Digger, pop and destroy it. It's now in the graveyard. Iron Digger effect is going to activate, which allows you to special summon out Hanzo in face down defense position. Okay, it either lets you add it to your hand or special summon it in face down defense position. We are going to special summon it in face down defense position. Remember, since this is a fusion deck, we don't need to have these face up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into a fusion summon. Again, this is the graveyard. Okay, we're going to go into a fusion summon for Maizen. Okay, Maizen lets your ninja monsters attack directly. Cool, your ninja monsters attack directly. Cross Sheep is going to activate because you special summon out a fusion monster, letting you special summon out a monster from the graveyard, and you're going to special summon out a Hanzo. Hanzo effect is going to activate. Remember, Hanzo is not once per turn. Hanzo effect is going to activate, allowing you to search out your Baku from your deck to your hand. So this is your hand. Okay, now Baku, since he was searched and was added to the hand, except by drawing it, you are able to special summon the Baku. So that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to special summon out the Baku. Okay, Baku effect is going to activate to let you target and add the ninjutsu digger tool, Iron Digger, to your hand. So again, this is your hand, okay? And then you're gonna go and you're gonna link these three off. So you have a link rating of 4. You have Cross Sheep, which is 2, Hanzo 3, Baku 4. We're gonna send these to the graveyard to a link summon, and we're gonna go into a Boro Sword. Okay? Nice. So remember that we added Digger into our hand. Digger's effect to pop is once per turn, but the activation is not once per turn. So we're going to activate Digger and equip it to Boro Sword. Boro Sword now gains 500 attack and it's at 3,500. Okay, and it's also, this is the most important part, treated as a ninja. So now we're going to enter the battle phase. We are going to attack first with Maizen, so that's minus 25, okay? And then we are going to go and attack directly with Boro Sword. That's 3,500. We're going to activate Boro Sword's effect, turn Maizen to defense positioning, allowing Boro Sword to attack again, and we're going to attack again for game. That is the Boro Sword OTK, where Boro Sword is basically a ninja, and all this only with a Hanzo and a Mitsu. That's all you need. Oh, and technically another extender, but hopefully then draw into the Baku. Guys, that is it for my combo video. It happened to be a little bit on the long side. Hopefully you guys don't mind. If you guys like these type of videos, I know it was a little bit disorganized, but please leave a like down in the comments below and let me know what you guys think, and if you guys have any other combos. I mean, obviously I know that ninjas are a very like every game is different. That's what I like about this deck. It's very not linear, so every duel is going to be different. Okay, but these are the most kind of cookie cutter combos that you can possibly get, plus the interruptions. All right, guys, puzzled